So the best way to ensure that she's going to come to you when you ask her to is to have her on a leash. And put the leash on the harness, not her collar. Hi, good girl. See how she just looked at me and she got a treat when she came to me? We like that. Yeah, there we go. I'm just going to let that leash go real loose, okay? I'm just going to stop. You got an itch? You're not used to wearing a harness? Good girl, Nala. See how every time she walks away and comes back, when she comes back, she gets a treat. And I'm not asking her to come back to me. She's doing it because I'm ignoring her. Good poop, girl. That's my yard, so I'm just going to leave it there for the time being. I'll come scoop later. Good poop, Nala. Good girl. It's okay. She doesn't get the treat unless she comes all the way to me, right? And yes, this does mean that you'll need to take her out in the yard on a leash. So she's not coming all the way to me, so I'm going to walk away from her. I'm going to stop. I'm going to turn away from her. Good. Yes. Good girl, Nala. And do you see how I'm not saying a whole bunch of words to her? I'm just letting her think. I'm also letting her take in this environment. That's pretty good right there. I'm just going to stop. Good girl. Good girl. And when I say when she comes all the way to me, I can reach out and touch her. Ideally, she'd be like, she's pretty close. I was going to say less than a foot from my feet. You sit? Yeah, my dogs are inside. You hear them. It's okay. We like distractions. See how she's not paying attention? She's listening to my dog's bark. I'm just going to walk. I'm going to stop. Whoa. Good girl. Sit. Perfect. You want this? Yes. Walk. Whoa. And I'm going to do what I'm asking her to do. Whoa means stop. I like that. And we'll know when I have her attention because she'll look at me. Or she could just ignore me. So I'm going to walk this way a little bit. She's thinking about looking at me. They're just making a good deal of noise, so it's distracting, right? We like distractions. Oh, yes. She's just not coming to you because she's distracted by stuff. Good. So she likes a whistle. I don't know if you can whistle or not. But that's how we're going to communicate without actually using specific words. Whoa. Yes, like that's a specific word. And when we do use specific words, we don't say them more than once. Because one, I don't like repeating myself. And two, if we just repeat every word that we say to our dog, they're going to think that they need to hear the word and that we need to say it 7 or 8 times before they actually need to listen. And I'm just kind of letting her explore around right now. I'm not going to ask a whole lot of her because this is a new place. And like I said, she does have a bit of anxiety, and that's okay. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. And that's okay. She's not coming directly to me, so there's no treat involved, and that's okay. We don't ask for perfection. We ask for cooperation. And she is cooperating. Good pee-pee. Yeah, my dogs make all sorts of sounds, especially my Chihuahua mix. Pretty cool, huh? No, that's okay. I'm just going to kind of stand in this general area. Actually, we're going to get a little bit further from them so that we're out of sight, out of mind. They may keep barking, but that's okay. And you see how when she's reaching the end of that leash, I just stop right where I am. I just stop. You're okay, honey. A little jumpy. You're all right. She's nervous. And we're going to do this eventually on a 50-foot lead, and that's how we're going to get that long distance recall, right? And then we're going to do it in my yard, which is this fenced area of the yard, so that we can get that recall without having to have a leash. What a pretty girl you are. Hi. Good. You see how I waited until she was just kind of like looking over there? She didn't want the treat, and that's okay. So instead, I'm just going to put the treats away so that they're not in my way. There's people coming up the road here. Nala. That's okay. I'm just going to walk up to her. I'm not going to pull on the leash. Hi. This is under your foot. Can I have this? Can I have it? Thanks. Good girl. Let's walk. And I'm just going to ask her to walk on. I'm going to give and take. Yep. Good. Good girl. I'm going to refocus and redirect her mind away from the distraction. Good. After I've given her a few minutes to process what's happening. Good girl. We're not just going to acknowledge that our dog is anxious and then just do nothing about it. We can't do that because that's not ever going to fix a problem. Ooh, it's starting to rain a little bit. Good girl. Good girl. And you see how she just kind of glances at me every now and again? She's paying. Yes, that's you that I'm talking about, beautiful. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And she's just telling me right now that she wants some affirmations. Yes, you will get all the affirmations. Oh my goodness, you are the most precious thing I've ever seen. This is the reward right now, okay? She doesn't necessarily want treats. That's okay, baby. I'll pet you. I'll pet you and snuggle you all day long. Yes, you good girl. And I'm just going to give her a mental break for a few minutes. Ooh, she could probably lose a little bit of weight. Yeah, you could probably lose a little bit of weight. Probably like 7 to 10 pounds. Good girl. Probably like 7 to 10 pounds. And especially when you have a breed that is predisposed genetically to stuff like hip dysplasia and ACL tears. You gonna sneeze? Bless you. We always want to make sure that we keep them an adequate weight and not too heavy. Good. And golden retrievers are most definitely prone to both hip dysplasia and ACL tears. Good girl. Do you see how this is nice for her? This is a break for her, right? Some dogs just want to walk around and sniff the ground. That's their break. My big dog wants to run around in circles and do donuts. That's his break, right? Some dogs like to play fetch. Some dogs want treats. Some dogs like to play with a stick. You're getting yourself caught in that leash. Let's walk. Yep, let's walk. Yep, you're so stuck in it that I can't get you to walk forward. And that is one of the reasons I'm not a huge fan of when they start rolling around on the ground like that with a leash on, is because they can get really, really dangerously stuck in a leash. Whoa. That's also why I like when we can hold still. You just goofy. You just goofy girl. You just a goofy girl. Yes, you are. Yeah, there we go. Play a little bit, sweetie. Good girl. There you go. We're going to make it fun. Yeah, what you think? We're going to run. Yeah, good girl. You good? You good? Good girl. There's nothing over here, right? Oh, good. I'm going to let her think about it. That's nervous. She's processing. We want to give our dog time to process. Good. Do you see how I just let her think about it for a minute and she walked off? I'm going to plant myself right here. I'm going to bump, bump. Good. Because I would like to walk this way. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. See, there's a tail wag. There's a tail wag. Yeah, we having fun, right, baby? Good girl. We always want to make sure they're having fun. And if they're not, we need to find out how and what we can do to make sure that our dog is enjoying themselves. Because, like, if your kid's not happy, you're going to find out what you can do to make your kid have a better time. My dogs are like my children. Good. Good. And every dog is going to be treated the same. So every dog I work with is going to be treated like one of mine. We got to make sure they're happy. Good. Because if a dog's not happy, why would they want to work for us? And this is working. Paying attention, being cooperative. We like this. We like this. We like it a lot. Yeah, nice loose leash. She's in front of me, but that's okay. A nice loose leash is what we want. Good. See how she glances at me every now and again? I like that too. Good girl. Good girl. And do you see how sensitive she is? I'm just flipping that good clasp from one side of the body to the other. Good. And she's responding to it. Some dogs, that takes months, years of sensitivity training. She's just naturally that sensitive. Nothing wrong with a sensitive dog. I like them. Yeah, you want to sniff that recycling bin? It's empty. It's okay. She's allowed to check stuff out. Good girl. We like when a nervous dog goes and looks at stuff. Yeah. The more things we can look at, the more confident we will be that less things are going to be scary. And I'm going to give and take. Good girl. Good girl. Good job, Nala.